What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Ryan Garcia versus Emmanuel Tagoe, and this is going to be a 12-rounder in the super lightweight division, and this fight is going to be Saturday, April 9th from the Alamodome in San Antonio, Texas, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on DAZN. And to get both fighters' resumes, Ryan Garcia, fighting out of the United States, holds a record of 21 wins with no defeats and 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He's currently ranked number 10 by BoxRec in the lightweight division, and he's also the former interim WBC lightweight champion. And to list some of his best victories, he has a unanimous decision win over Jason Velez, a knockout victory over Romero Duno, a knockout win over Francisco Fonseca, and he also has a knockout win over Luke Campbell, but that was back in early 2020. And that's again his opponent's resume, Emmanuel Tagoe, fighting out of, or should I say that was back in early 2021 when Garcia fought Campbell. But now to get into Tagoe's resume, he's got a record of 32 wins with 1 defeat, 15 wins coming by way of knockout. I mean, when you just look at that record with 32 wins and 1 loss, I mean, it looks excellent. But he is ranked number 50 by BoxRec, and that really goes to show the competition that he's been facing throughout his career, as most of his fights were in his native country of Ghana. And Talissa's one only defeat, it actually did come in his pro debut, where he lost by knockout to a guy named Melante Adi. But to list some of his best victories, his best win to date is probably his most recent win, which was sort of a lackluster performance when he got a majority decision victory over Mason Menard. But in Ghana, he actually did get 2 other somewhat decent wins over like top 100 fighters, which was a unanimous decision win over Moses Paulus, and he also has a majority decision win over George Ashe. And in my opinion, this fight is pretty easy to predict. I'm edging the younger, hungrier, stronger Ryan Garcia to win this fight by knockout specifically. Ryan Garcia did have really just a lot of media around him in the past couple months, with possibly fighting a lot of guys. I mean, there was talks of him fighting anywhere from Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, even George Kambosos, even Vasyl Lomachenko. I mean, he was talked about to be fighting and coming back against a top-tier guy, but now he's here against Tagoe. So, I mean, it was a little bit... I was a little bit shocked when I did see that he was going to be fighting Tagoe. I thought he was going to be fighting someone top-tier, but still, it should be a good comeback for him. Ryan Garcia since then has switched trainers from being with Eddie Reynoso, now with Joe Goossen. Joe Goossen's still a good trainer, and it seems like he's getting some good work in, and it seems like now that he will have a trainer there that's really for him, will be with him like 24/7 as opposed to Reynoso. It really does seem like he's just tied up with Canelo and his business and whatnot. But that's what Ryan Garcia was talking about. So, yeah, now with Joe Goossen, as I mentioned before, seems like his camp is going pretty well. Haven't really heard anything bad in the boxing media about the trainer change and how it has been for him. But we will really see in this fight. But I do expect Ryan Garcia to fight how he always did, with that high guard and really trying to land big shots on his opponents and go for that knockout. And I think we will see Ryan Garcia try and put on a show for the San Antonio crowd. And I think that he will have a very solid and very good performance in this fight, being that Tagoe hasn't really faced anyone like Ryan Garcia with the power. And being that Tagoe has been stopped already, I know he was stopped in 2004, before I was born, but still, I think that Tagoe will not be able to hold up to Ryan Garcia's power. And in Ryan Garcia's last fight against Luke Campbell, he did have to battle through some adversity, got dropped in, I believe, I can't remember if it was the first or second, I'm pretty sure it was the second round. Yeah, it was the second round where he got dropped, and yeah, he battled back and stopped Campbell with a body shot. And Campbell was a very solid lightweight, top 15, arguably top 10 at that time, had close fights with Linares, gave Lomachenko a decent fight, but still lost. But, yeah, I mean, Tagoe, I don't really think he's on that level of, that will really test Ryan Garcia too much. I mean, Tagoe in this fight, to win, he's going to have to box. I can't really see him landing a big shot on Garcia, because it's not like Campbell. Campbell at least had some power, was an Olympic gold medalist, was a very solid fighter, already fought and had experience at the top level. However, Tagoe, still with over 30 fights, hasn't really broke through and fought anyone, maybe even inside the top 25, top 30 in the lightweight division, maybe even top 50. I don't even know if Mason Menard ranks that highly. But, yeah, Ryan Garcia, I really think it's going to be him utilizing his pressure fighting style, and I really think it's going to lead to him getting a knockout victory. And comment down below your thoughts on this fight. Who you think is going to win, if you agree with my prediction, and what do you think is next for Ryan Garcia, assuming he does get the victory here. So just to break down this fight and what I see happening exactly, I think it's going to be a Ryan Garcia show. I think we're going to see Ryan Garcia come forward with that high guard and really try and lay a beating on Tagoe. I really think he's going to go to the body a lot with some big hooks. I think we will see Ryan Garcia start to work the jab a bit more, unlike we have seen in the past. And I think he will really like that because, I mean, it will set up a lot of big opportunities for him to land shots through Tagoe's guard. And I really think that he's going to just break Tagoe down and just walk him down and just be the aggressor in this fight and be the better fighter and just really to outwork his opponent. But for Tagoe, I really see Tagoe boxing off the back foot this entire fight. I don't really see him taking chances against Ryan Garcia because, if you get hit once, you could get knocked out. We saw that against other top 50 to top 25 guys that Ryan Garcia has faced. And we have to remember, I mean, Tagoe ranks lower than guys like Francisco Fonseca or guys like Romero Duno leading up to this fight. So, I mean, who knows? We could see a first-round knockout for Ryan Garcia because Tagoe's been stopped before. And really, it's just boxing. You never know what's going to happen. That's why I think Ryan Garcia is going to get a stoppage victory. Could be a knockout brutally. Could be a standing stoppage. Whatever. It will overall just be a knockout on Ryan Garcia's resume over Emmanuel Tagoe. And I think it will happen in the first half of the fight. So from rounds 1 to round 6, I see Ryan Garcia getting a knockout. But I know that's a big, wide margin between rounds. But I really just think it's going to be a first half of the fight knockout win for Ryan Garcia. And I really think that leading up to the stoppage, he should be ahead. Let's say it goes 3 rounds, 30-27. Let's say it goes 6 rounds, or should I say, 5 rounds, gets stopped in the 6th. It should be 50-45 Garcia. I see him winning every single round leading up to the stoppage. I don't really see Tagoe having much success, considering he hasn't really faced someone with that pressure fighting and power punching style of Ryan Garcia. So overall, I believe that Ryan Garcia will dominate and stop Emmanuel Tagoe to get a successful comeback knockout victory and to stay undefeated. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.